You are watching Liberty Online TV. You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Viewers, and welcome to another edition of the Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty Online Television with a stream on Facebook, YouTube, and also on our website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We where they bring the program come to you this Thursday morning. Mina Khadija Bangora.
And Mina Mebel Kaba, good morning. Today is Thursday, the 10th day of October 2024. And inside this edition of the Breakfast Show today, we can talk about infrastructure. Also, we can know the progress where the Freetown City Council don't make for SECA, the first Freetown cable car project. Waiting at the latest updates on this. Waiting at the thing where they don't put in place for ensure say this particular project come into reality. For let Freetown get the first cable car. You will know about that inside this edition of the Breakfast Show.
Well, this and other story them they na the program for you this morning, and for car help we talk about the first cable car where Freetown go ever get. And at the studio we get Mualohei Williams in an integrated municipal expert. We come out from the Freetown City Council. Good morning, Mr. Williams, and welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Good morning, Khadija, and good morning, Mabel, and pleased to be on this show, and good morning to the viewers as well.
All right, that's now Mualohei Williams in the expert we come out from FCC for can help we talk about this first cable car where Freetown go get and how it get for operate. As we understand, say the council and then team of experts them don't do the feasibility study. All of this you will get for no inside the program this morning. You say for the watch we continue for watch the show. Don't forget for share the program so that more people go be part of the conversation.
Alright, so we continue with the Breakfast Show. Before we can talk about the first Freetown cable car project in updates, let me just quickly look at women's empowerment. Also, we see as way for promote women's empowerment at the country. The Mualohei Women's Empowerment Institute don't do the orientation for women them for know how for bake cake, do decoration, and serve. Do all that thing them we go help for empower themselves and then family them. Let me watch as Al Hassan Kuruma gets more on this.
Mualohei Women's Empowerment, an institution where they support women them all about the country. This institution, they offer course them like cake making, garage dyeing, makeup, bead making, and decoration for events. Wednesday, October 10 this year, the Mualohei Women's Empowerment been hold the orientation with students them where don't join the institution. Samuel E.J. Pierce been talk about the importance of the orientation.
So the purpose of this orientation now because the two people the way they get the brain behind everything decide to say they not go only just to them so and then she say plenty people in the salon no get that basic skill where they supposed to get, so they decide to say they will come with this wonderful skill building program where they want for help for transform skill building and give una self-confidence to more, especially the girl begin them. For una go able for sabi for make cake, for make garata dyeing, makeup, bread making, and same way so for decorate place.
Zulaitu Hamid, na been the keynote speaker inside an address and encourage students them for take the course important we will make them self-reliant.
I'm glad for me too now. I'm glad for make and no say we come people man and they we want for land. We come people man then they we no say to pass with their change you go na office no more. I got my cousin where he said they do that side dying. Then they go na office all man go by to land. So I dey hope and pray say by the time I said they land for me I go ready for show now all the office there. Because all they so left for way close, left for block, one for buy all the kind garage restaurants there. This is a guy can close, not a you. As I see close on a million, I was not member. So you see important today and I where you own. We say they see you at the member say I'm here go for the way. So at every point in time, no say where you can for land this year, you get for go through constraint, you get for meet up in the way not to something you go plan. But at the same time, remember waiting there for come out of and remember the people they wait there for benefit. If you get picking, so you wait every morning.
Olivia Samai, na teacher at the institution, talk about how them as teacher they don't ready for do the work.
When you start, if you not take the grace of God, you no go end. But not just encourage your word. If you dey do your cause, you dey do small business like butterscotch. Not to all say they depend on man. Because then they come, the man self will tire. How do you have been a big and a big? And for this opportunity they give me, I just say encourage you now. For make una put on a mind and una put on a efforts and as we as teacher.
Christiana Janet Kagbo, now the manager for the Mualohei Women's Empowerment, talk say where women in land, it go help them develop their home.
Where woman learn something, even book, if woman learn book, they can say that in nation you don't educate. So like if you learn skills, I don't know that you educate now. Now the world you don't educate because you see some people in YouTube where they do the handwork, they do the same. So we can learn through that way. Like me so. You know what's a old thing, but me I want to be old thing. We see so no matter what old soul. Also I go learn, I mean I be the oldest. The beginning all I was then just sit when I be picking the age then. But I don't look to all that. I say I learn, I can learn. And then they respect me, everything be working.
The institution don't formally open and they encourage all women them to be part of this institution as way for contribute to development na salon. From Liberty Online TV, Al Hassan Kuma the report.
All right, we continue with the breakfast show. We watch live na Liberty Online Television. From that report today, we continue with the program. And earlier we tell una say today, we can't talk about the first cable car where Freetown will ever get. We're in a project under the Freetown City Council. And that is studio with we this morning for can't talk about this particular project. How eager for work. Now the studio we get Mualohei Williams, we na integrated municipal experts we go can tell we exactly how this first cable car gets for work and how the implementation process gets for Tanlek and how all of the access them to this car get for get. So if you self-interested this morning or you get information where you want for know about how this cable car get for work na Freetown, you can send we your message, your thoughts in the comment section, or you can as well text we on the number +232 74 200 545. We'll go ask Mr. Williams all of our questions then later. We'll continue the program and remember say we get a project, we na the anniversary project the 1-year anniversary project for Liberty Online TV. On Monday, we launched this particular project. Quickly, Lord, just take this information we'll put out for now.
Liberty Online TV, the 1 year this November, and you know what's in that means.
And throughout the month of November, na celebration period. And as you know, na time we for coming and support Liberty Online TV for continue for doing work.
And the way how we go support Liberty Online TV for continue for the online, na for send we you support.
Now for send we you support through the orange money number where you see on the screen and the other bank details them as well for make we continue for do we work. This na Liberty Online TV 1 year celebration. Na Liberty Online TV, all voices count.
This one way we all friend we safe now nobody on. You wanna get with you much we go down you belly na you yon.
Liberty Online TV, the 1 year this November, and you know what's in that means.
And throughout the month of November, na celebration period. And as you know, na time we for coming and support Liberty Online TV for continue for doing work.
And the way how we go support Liberty Online TV for continue for the online, na for send we you support.
Now for send we you support through the orange money number where you see on the screen and the other bank details them as well for make we continue for do we work. This na Liberty Online TV 1 year celebration. Na Liberty Online TV, all voices count.
This one way we all friend we safe now nobody on. You wanna get with you much we go down you belly na you yon.
Liberty Online TV, the 1 year this November, and you know what's in that means.
And throughout the month of November, na celebration period. And as you know, na time we for coming and support Liberty Online TV for continue for doing work.
And the way how we go support Liberty Online TV for continue for the online, na for send we you support.
Now for send we you support through the orange money number where you see on the screen and the other bank details them as well for make we continue for do we work. This na Liberty Online TV 1 year celebration. Na Liberty Online TV, all voices count.
This one way we all friend we safe now nobody on. You wanna get with you much we go down you belly na you yon.
Alright, welcome back. You still watch the Breakfast on Liberty Online TV. And remember, say this na a moment where Liberty Online TV. They're going to November when at the celebration month for 1 year. So now just don't watch that short clip that we just play for now. Also we display the bank details them of also you will support Liberty Online TV for this anniversary. And also you can send your orange money to 074 200 545 for ensure say you support Liberty Online TV. For sake of 1 year anniversary where we dey mark inside November, and throughout the month of November we get different events where we get for the whole. Well, we dey continue with the breakfast show this morning. We tell you say we can't talk about the first cable car na Freetown. This project for the Freetown City Council done they talk about who stage and they now waiting they in place for ensure say this come into reality. Now that's what we discuss inside this edition today of the program, the breakfast show. And at the studio we don't introduce we guests we na integrated municipal expert from FCC, Mualohei Williams. Good morning again and welcome to the breakfast show. Alright, we don't tell the viewers and one for can know the latest updates from the Freetown City Council regarding the first cable car. So many people they see and say impossible for let Freetown get cable car. When you look at how they work in other countries, then the possibility for that happen now, but people they feel say it's slim because of the way how the structures and then at Freetown we always say proper planning other than the capital city and a lot of other challenges them where they forsake at this. But just give it us. Let me go to our background to also all this start so that the one them way perhaps that the first time for join for know about this will get an idea of also all this come out.
Yeah, thank you very much. The project starts first with a citizen of the city where we approached the mayor back in 2019 and say there is such a project and he believes say this can work for Freetown. They work with a cable car company within Europe. So where it can meet with the short report, we look at and we do some research and find out, say, yes, this is possible for cities like Freetown, because the city is small, congested, the opportunities for expansion, for build either other railway systems or even a more wider road network, not be as easy for Freetown. For example, the Hillside Bypass, it took a long time to complete because of the availability of space for expand that road network there. So Freetown congested and is small. So we look at other cities that are comparable to Freetown. We get the same kind of topography in terms of hilliness and in terms of compact density populations. And we find out, say, especially in South America, a number of cities been the trail, the cable car, successfully. And all the evidence we find out, say, this being like efforts transform the city, improve the lives of many of the citizens, because people they were not going to get access, women at the hillside don't get access to the city center. They were mainly unemployed and living in deprived areas. So through the cable car, they were able to achieve rapid access into the city center. It creates new jobs, new interests, and new opportunities for them. They saw a real transformation by the cable car. So what happened after that? We sought out finance to undertake a 2-year feasibility study. And that we don't come to an end, and we don't conclude, say, the cable car is a viable solution for Freetown. I can tell you more, but that's just a brief introduction for now.
So given that particular background, because people would like to know why the Freetown City Council really accept the idea, say, the ideal for let Freetown get cable car.
Well, the reason why we feel the idea worth looking at more further, because we've been realizing transport is a significant problem for Freetonians generally. The nature of the spread of the city, most of the growth of the city that take place in the hillsides, and many of the areas are inaccessible for most people. Then poor services in that area, then they do not get access to healthcare, they do not get access to basic school facilities, and people that commute and then place the need for coming to the city for either for work, for access basic services, school children getting to school. It's a real challenge because of the distance when they get for cover without any proper or safe transport. So all of the reasons that they make we feel say was worth exploring, and we are fortunate to access funding through the C40 Finance Facility. Then we compete for a grant with a number of cities, and we were successful in getting this grant for do a feasibility study. So over the last, since 2022, we the city and various members of various departments within government have been working alongside the C40 Finance Facility consultants in undertaking different studies. We don't do a technical study, looking at the technical case, identifying the sites for the stations, the sites for the towers for carry the cable. We don't do a business case and a financial case. We look at the figures for costs for the project, the income streams. We don't derive a fair structure for people for pay for use the system. We don't do a social and environmental impact assessments. We don't even do a resettlement action plan study. We don't do a number of studies. We don't do look at equity and inclusion to ensure, say, all sectors of society could get access to this cable car. Women, children, the elderly, disabled, all will have access to the designs we will try to incorporate into the project. It could allow greater access to transport, more reliable, safer, and more efficient transport. We also don't do a peer-to-peer exchange. A number of staff from the council and also from government departments, the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Transport, we attend a peer-to-peer exchange with the city of Medellin, where we go look how they don't implement about up to 9 to 16 cable car lines in over a 20-year period. So they have a huge amount of experience. We go talk to them about various aspects of the project, and we learn from them. We learn from their experience and their challenges, how they were able to implement it successfully. And we saw the benefits of the project in Medellin were very obvious to us. We also looked at other cities in South America and spoken to other cities in Africa who are also working towards adopting the cable car as a solution for their urban transport challenges.
The time the way the mayor will start this conversation, a lot of people will not be optimistic, looking at the possibilities, say Freetown challenges the day, how it will even possible for implementing cable car, looking at all electricity challenge and other things them within the country. So for the one the way been get some doubts, who's how you will say now this project day, way for make them believe say it is happening?
Yeah. Well, the biggest challenge, as you rightly say, where people let me raise the power supply, the irregular power supply in the city. They may see and say, well, which is an obvious problem. If you didn't have the cable car as a power failure, how long you would hang up in the air till they can rescue you? So we be aware, say, most transit systems, generally, not even just cable cars, even underground railway systems, they can always need to get at least 3 to 4 backup facilities for ensure if one fail, the other one go kick in. So we also look at the systems we get in our salon. We get the national grid as a source of electricity. We also get the opportunity to get a generator. But we have, in our design, have come up with a solution where it could be led by solar energy. We identify a site for a potential solar farm within close proximity to one of the cable car stations, and we plan for make 80% of the power supply come from solar, and the remaining 20% could be made up of the grid and of the generator, where the national grid are not available for provide supply. So the power supply issue, I think, has adequately been dealt with in the design. So now we have, as we move into implementation, that could be the next part of the problem to solve, in terms of ensuring that the connections, the sites are acquired for the solar farm and for the cable car stations, and that they're accessible for machinery and equipment to do the installation. But those problems we see as surmountable, they can be solved.
For people where particularly they watch now within a Freetown, where perhaps not ever see how the cable car operates, aid them for visualize how it will get for sound, like how it work.
I wish I had been for bring a small video clip for show you how they work now in the cities. The cable car, you access them through a building, a normal building. You could take a lift or you could take a stairs, and you go to the second or third floor depending on the location of the station. For example, now Government Wharf, beside the cable car station they start, you get across a number of very tall buildings. So the access to the cable car is at the 3rd or 4th floor. So you go to 4 floors. So other 3 stories will be used for other facilities. Okay, so you come up the lift, or you come up the stairs, whichever you want to take, and then you access the cable car. The cable car, now a slow-moving cable, where they drive cars around in at continuous speed, and it's very slow when it comes into the platform. So it's a level access. You know, they notice if say you change access, and you slowly walk into take a push chair into it. You can take a bicycle into it. If you see the videos, you can see how easy it is to access the cable car. And then when you get to your station, the doors open, and you get off.
The cable car for implement na FCC, they use them for daily transportation purposes or not for tourism. Because we go to other countries like London, we get the same thing. But most of the time now people looking there on holidays, you will see they rush for go ride the cable car. Yeah,
London, in the case of London, the cable car was built for the Olympic Games. So it was built for a touristic reason. And the route is also a touristic route. And London gets a very established underground system. But the cities that way, like many of cities like South American cities, which are like more like us, we don't grow very rapidly without the space for building railway systems or underground systems. The cable car is now being seen as the solution because it's very difficult for begin to build tunnel under cities like Freetown. Almost houses you have to knock down, how many properties you have to acquire. It's just too expensive for do that kind infrastructure investment in there. But so the cable car is seen as it gets a low footprint, it gets a small footprint per site. So each site will probably take about, let's say, about half an acre per station, and in some cases less. The main stations about half an acre, the main start and end stations, but the stations in between about 2 town lots. So that's reasonable for the benefits they bring to the overall city. So it's seen as a project where the disruption to the city not significant, but the benefits it provides to the people is quite marked. It's quite significant. Yeah.
How the interconnections and go for town, like, when you take into consideration, yes, we get high building them, but they're not too plenty.
Yeah.
So how the interconnection get for town, like?
Well, when you sit, the cable car, they go up, it's connected by towers, and it go in a straight line. So the towers, they direct the cable. When it gets to the station, it comes down at a very gentle gradient, and then it slow down at the station. They allow you to get off the car. The cars are at constant intervals between each car. So you just get off the car, and then you take your other form of transport, so you get up to your place where you go.
Yeah. Take we through the different timelines then we wanna get before the final completion stage.
Yeah. At the moment, we just don't complete the feasibility study, which includes linking the project to finance. So we have identified potential financing sources, but we have not completed the financing package and the procurement of the main suppliers. But so that's at the next stage. That could probably take about another, let's say, 6 months to 12 months for complete the financing package and appoint a consortium of cable car company and contractor for build the system. So that's once that is completed, let's say towards the end of 2025 or middle of 2025, we then envisage say it will take about 2 to 3 years for build them. 2 to 3 years. So by 2028, I said to you 6 years ago, and then we start. So what the time we don't cover a lot more, by the time we left for the beginning right down, we're riding it in about 2 to 3 years. It will go very quickly. You wouldn't even notice it. I was here, I spoke to you about this a year or so ago. Yeah.
Talking about finances now, waiting at the whole some budgets we council to look at, we're going to really bring this into reality.
The estimated cost at the moment, which we discussed yesterday, is about $91 million, which will be mainly privately financed. So we finance from different other sources. A combination of debt, suppose people that they get loan to the project or to the government of Sierra Leone, but the fair structure where we don't look at, they allow it for make we service the debt. So the debt will be to the project. And the project will be servicing debt. But also there'll be equity stakeholders, people that we believe say, I can make money out of this, they put money into it, and they will get a higher return than the debt. And but all of that has been factored into the business case, and that's how it will be financed. It will not be drawing from local financing sources. It will be a burden on the council or the government's balance sheet.
So in essence, council, they're about to start a business with the car.
Yes,
cable car.
yes. That's the way to put it. So we'll create a special, they call it special purpose vehicle. We go get in terms with the governor, and that could be like a specific unit, and go operate, build, own, and operate the cable car. Yeah.
So from the study we don't do so far, for example, how we don't able to identify, decide a way possibly will be point A to point B in terms of the movement of the car and the capital city?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. Many factors be influenced that day. For example, I mentioned, say, you get to get towers between the station them. So we try to minimize the amount of land we need to take for the towers. So we try to select sites there where they're close to the public highway. So, for example, along the hillside bypass, we get a station now the hillside bypass itself, and we get one upcon. But the towers will run alongside the hillside bypass. So it makes the land take minimal. That's one consideration. We also put the station then beside the population density they're high. Either as, for the CBD, we put on a government WAF. So all the kind inside the city center, go connect up government WAF and go back and go to your office, wherever it is, but go back go way less than 5-10 minutes walk. So that is the consideration. The other station then off by Eastern Police near Sanea Bacha Street. They get very, very busy, high population density, lot of commercial activity, require travel. We make provision also for traders for me to able to move their goods in certain cars. So you get maybe every 5 cars you get a trader's car. They can put the markets, their load for cargo market at different times of the day.
We almost say on a normal day, the streets can be busy with different types of vehicles.
Yeah.
You can get these small cars there, you get different types of vehicles where they ply the routes then. Yeah. But for this particular design, what kind of vehicle you really get for the carry?
Well, the cable car, as a car, it's like a small cabin. It's a small cabin. It hang on the rope. Yeah. It take about 10 people per car. But the cars that they come in about every less than every 1 minute or so, a car they come in. So you need to wait for the car long. Wait 10 person car go into the car, the door it move, then the door shut. Then the other car come, 10 people go inside. It's constantly moving, evolving. So
what you go say to somebody we go say, you know, get my sit down na cable car na salon na ya?
Yeah. Apparently other cities get the same problem, cultural uncertainty about the reliability and the safety of the system. So what some citizens can do, they can give maybe a grace period. So like, go try them for 1 week. Instead of 1 week there, you go ride them. Most people we don't see. If we go Medellin, the people they'll be a bit nervous for the first day. By the second day, relax.
Because the reality is, there are issues with lights business. Even the lifts there now.
Yeah.
You didn't lift, you go and get cellular lights no can go. People then they get stuck almost on a daily basis at different institutions where they use lifts. Talk less of you being up there.
Well, and I say the power system has been sorted out in the design. The lifts are operated. The modern lifts then get what they call some latent power source with a batteries they run on. We allow the lifts for can to the floor for let you the door open. But this one here, there'll never be a time when there'll be no power supply. We get automatic switches. Where one power supply go down, but the one they kick in straight away. You need to notice the difference. That's the design we're going for. We're not going to be reliant on one single source. Most buildings now we sit here at the present time, they don't get backup where they come up automatically. But the cable car will design that into the system because now safety critical equipment.
So it's like to go the backup.
Back in the car automatically.
All right.
Yeah.
In case you just tune in, you listen to Mualohei Williams, in an integrated municipal expert. He comes out from the Freetown City Council. Where they talk about the first ever cable car where Freetown will get. And according to the experts who get now, he say by 2028, then car they are so good already, and Freetonians them go begin for ride the cable car them. Wonderful experience. I know say a lot of people they look forward to them. But let Freetown get the first ever cable car. Continue for the between the program, Mr. Williams. So we'll come back to you, but quickly now go back and watch the anniversary information because we need for the plan and we look forward to our support no matter how little for sustain we as an institution.
Liberty Online TV, the 1 year this November, and you know what's in that mean.
And throughout the month of November, na celebration period. And as you know, na time we for coming and support Liberty Online TV for continue for doing work.
And the way how we go support Liberty Online TV for continue for the online, now for send we you support.
Now for send we you support through the orange money number where you see on the screen and the other bank details them as way for make we continue for do we work. This na Liberty Online TV 1 year celebration. Na Liberty Online TV, all voices count.
This one way we all friend we safe now nobody own. You want to eat with you much we go down you belly cheese.
Liberty Online TV the 1 year this November, and you know what's in that mean.
And throughout the month of November, na celebration period. And as you know, na time way for coming and support Liberty Online TV for continue for doing work.
And the way how we go support Liberty Online TV for continue for the online, now for send we you support.
Now for send we you support through the orange money number where you see on the screen and the other bank details them as way for make we continue for do we work. This na Liberty Online TV 1 year celebration. Na Liberty Online TV, all voices count.
This one way we all friend we safe now nobody own. You want to
Well, indeed, now Liberty Online TV, all voices count. We mean say we inclusive. We not they left nobody behind. Well, we they continue with the breakfast show, and because Liberty Online TV not they left nobody behind, we they take everybody as equal way can at the studio, yeah. So or we go outside for the story them. The parts by Liberty Online TV where it's about inclusivity, we not they left nobody behind. Well, October 10 every year, the world can observe the World Day of Homeless people, people that will not get side for tap. Well, this make Liberty Online TV self not left behind as we want for let the voices and continue for counts na the studio. We been go work outside the Kisi Road axis around the Eastern Police Station for talk to people we can sleep here and we not get side for tap. Let me watch as David Yankesi say been go work and the world they joined today for celebrate people we not get side for tap today when October 10th. Let me just see the package where Liberty Online TV do on that.
Alright, today October 10th, and this is our World Homeless Day. This is the 10th way salon. Don't join the rest of the world for celebrate people who not get time for tap. For like we draw the attention of government and non-governmental organization for like they come to the aid of people when I go host for tap. Well, I'm for sake of this make Liberty Online Television. Kawaka and some partner Freetown for talk to people and we not get time for tap. They then tell me what is constraint and the challenges the way they get, where they sleep and street.
My mama and papa are all young guys. They make me offer. I think I can one more. I sleep. I can't get and let's go. What you want? I want to be old school. Oh, you want to be for sleeping at street. Your mama never come on that rain. I always sleep. Me and papa go catch to the party. I can see. At the morning I won't grab. I don't know how much back. I go play. I can't see.
So I must say you don't do not get to no get for tap. I must say.
You don't pass 15 years.
16 years.
Like nothing. She don't have past 10 years. She don't have trade for big. Like nothing for it. Like a place. Like a family for helping me. Like a mama. Like a papa man don't die. And nobody come on. Or she don't for big. I help me do a big.
So in as much as you don't talk about what you make you do not stick it. Yeah, over the past 10 years you don't do big. You don't get side for sleep. You don't get host. But what you want the government and all other NGO organizations there where they support people that will not get side for sleep do for now.
And I thank you for me. Yeah, they help me for God. Do a big.
Well, what we talk, one line on the day. So Akaya, I not get side for sleep. I not get place. See for it, then they I not get. I hear you on the so when we put in stress now, they don't to them like you and them say them like you do business. So when they're off, now they will go play on that day, now they will go. So I can't pay like today. I can't get for that. I get people the way they help me and angel. Well, one they make God them for we side for sleep. After that, they God give una and provide. They God give the person we send una back make they God give una. So now una get us for the after we help me for little place. After that, then for we asking for like market, some food store we not able work am, we not able do nothing. So if na market they able find am for me, so I go appreciate to una back for wetin una can do. May God bless una and provide una.
As we dey join the world for celebrate World Homeless Day, these are some of the constraints and the challenges the way people wey no get time for tap don raise. Also dey call on the attention of government and all other stakeholders dem wey involved for ensure say they do the proper thing and provide shelter, provide home for them as they no get time for sleep. This na Liberty Online Television. Continue for following the home of all credible, factual and balanced news. And me, na David Yankee Sise, the report.
All right, we continue with the Liberty Breakfast Show. And in case you just did tune in, today in the studio we dey look at the first ever cable car wey Freetown get forget by 2028. And we deal with the integrated municipal experts we come out from the Freetown City Council, where Mualohei Williams they take we through all the necessary stages them where they don't go through for ensure say by 2028 then car they are so Freetonian them begging for ride. Now we talk about the visibility study. Una don't do yesterday. Una even get a ceremony na Freetown City Council, and we still say the mayor don't go meet with His Excellency the Vice President and do some handing over ceremony. After this visibility study, what next?
Yes, the next stage after the feasibility study, now for resolve the governance of the project. We put out the best governance arrangements for deliver this project here. We also need for secure all the outstanding finance for the project's delivery. As I said previously, we don't get strong indication, more than a strong indication, promise of a financing package for about 50% of the project's delivery costs. We get for now negotiate with other potential financiers for get the balance. It could be in the form of debt, so people can go give further loans, or it can be in the form of people who invest in the project equity. They go invest in the project and they go intend to get a profit. This we work out the figures for those who are the best option. That's what they go do next. And then once the finance has been arranged, the governance has been agreed with by government and the city as a government structure for delivery of the project. Then we will enter into contracts.
What will be the composition of this governance structure?
Well, there are different possible models. You can get a separate agency or a separate company set up that is owned initially by the public sector, but later on could be passed on to the private sector. It could be passed on depending on the delivery model we go for. So you can have a public agency running it 100% as one option, and then all the financing is managed by this public agency and pays all the different operators, the cable car company, the power supply company, the solar power supply company, and then they pay the team where they run the operations, maintenance and operations of the system. Or you can get another option where those companies are part of the structure, so they themselves have a stake in the business. So therefore, then they're part of the management of the project alongside the council and alongside the government. So yes.
No, in terms of the transportation, why not choose for make them public? The purpose of why not choose for let it be public facility?
A public facility, because as a council, the council want to serve the public and meet its public needs by improving the availability to transport. If that the ownership being public, it just depends on the most advantageous solution for Sierra Leone. At the moment, the indication we get from the feasibility study say it can be a combination of private and public ownership.
Because the use, looking at it being public, we know how they handle public transportation normally. Na salon, how we don't walk around that for ensure say, even though they make the facility be usable to the general public, but there are limitations.
Yes, well, especially around the maintenance and the operations. So we need to get reliable and experienced maintainers on board. And that could mean to say we get for they pay them and they get for get an interest in the project. So it's possible to say the governance structure could include a combination of a maintenance company, which could be privately owned and operated, alongside the public sector. We could own the station assets, for example. So those details are yet to be finalized. The station sites, of the 5 station sites we would identify, 4 of them are public land. The first site is in Government Wharf, the Ports Authority site, west side the ferry terminal there. The second site, then at Eastern Police, currently at a privately owned site. So that site will have to be acquired. The third site is a council, it's hillside bypass above the highway carriageway. So that is Silent Roads Authority and get the ownership of the site. The third site is a council depot at the works yard. The works yard by Upcon, next door to the Kisi Cemetery. And the final site is at the border, at the border of the Roads Authority site and the Peace Market, Nakisi Ferry Junction.
Capacity-wise, you said up to 10 people.
Per car. Yes.
But the kind 10 people, now those kind 10 people as in 10 people. Some people they move around with luggages.
Yeah.
Those kind 10 people, this capacity they take.
Yeah, the normal car can take a person with a small bag. But if person would take a large shop, it goes seller markets. We get
for the working class or just anybody can.
As I try to explain, see the people who go to markets, we don't design some cars for them at certain times of the day, morning and any evening, so that every 4 cars you get specially marked cars. We say this car are for people with goods for take them. But the normal car, you a small bag or your office bag, now you okay going inside it. But normal cars, you small luggage. You can take a wheelchair, you can even take a bicycle inside the car. Because the cars, they move very fast, you're not going to fill up the cars then before they move. So, yeah.
And imagine how all of them things the way they explain, therefore come out, where una go down the final stage.
Yeah.
People are going to go to wheelchair and other things that inside this cable car.
Yeah.
Just like how you explained, and a public means of transportation.
Yes.
I still they insist say some countries where we don't go and experience the cable car are for touristic purposes.
Yeah.
So how it get for really work now when for commercial go jama all man they go inside.
Yes, it regulates the way the people access the system through the gating system. There's a gating system, and then through the way they come onto the platform. All that is controlled. So you queue outside and you come into the cable car station as and when there's capacity on the platform. Yeah. It's similar to metro systems. Metro systems, you can do open at the station, then when the platform don't full, or when the train can empty the platform, then more people can inside. The same sort of arrangement. So there'll be a queuing system, so you might be queuing on the steps. In the rush hour, for example, and then but because the car they move so fast and it comes in so quickly, the speed of the system is based on the number of cars made available. The system gets about 70 cars in the whole system, but in the rush hour, for example, you might use 60 of those cars. Outside the rush hour, you use about 30, because you don't need you increase the distance at which the cars then they come into the station. But in the rush hour, they come very fast. They can, like I say, every 30 seconds. So people that declare come out quick from the station. So the queues are not long, but the queuing, and the question what I believe they asked me, the queuing take place outside the station. But you can do it on the steps into the station, or if you're on the lift, the access into the lift. People queue outside the lift. So we design that in the design. There'll be queuing areas, there'll be queuing platforms. People can wait outside and then come on the platform as and when there's enough space.
Waiting, because now a class in a business FCC they do the cable car there. So introducing it for the very first time, not to everybody know how this system get for work. Now get for do massive awareness raising for one day we maybe go afraid say risky for that day on top cable car, anything happen. Waiting at the turnover projection at this point, so that the project say maybe within the first 1-2 years that this will be turnover for we as a council.
Yeah, the demand, I think that initially at 33,000 persons per day. That's the initial demand per day. The peak demand based on the current demand along that corridor, that eastern corridor. That's go up very rapidly over time. How people then go feel comfortable for use the cable car. The experience from other cities is that people feel comfortable quickly. It's surprising how quick people use Saturday quickly. Even in other cities' experience, we don't understand. You give them maybe a week, we make picking try and you make different sectors of society try and small children, adults, elderly, we all try and make them calm. Some go calm, some don't go calm. But the one that will come, the experience good, and then they go tell other people and say, I think there was nothing to fear. There was nothing that I felt was uncomfortable. Even when people with afraid heights, me just afraid heights small bit. But when you're in a cable car, you look at the sky, you look down, and you look up and people are afraid. Not to the fact that you're there at the sky, or you're there above the buildings. It's a very beautiful view as well. So that's another thing. It's a very pleasant way for the travel for car walk every morning. You sit on that traffic, you sit up there, you watch the streets, you watch the houses, you see the sea. It's a beautiful experience for ride a cable car every single day of the week. It's going to raise the quality of life of our people.
So in terms of when being at the planning stage, and also coming to approach implementation, we all know we're talking about cables.
Yeah.
And we know the issues of theft, cable theft. We come then copper work the way we see there, some young people are going to now.
Yeah.
How are they put mechanisms in place for ensure say they are safe and protected?
Yeah. But then cable, they are, first of all, that not to look at the power supply cables, they're very thick cables, very hard to cut through, and they will be inaccessible. First of all, they will be accessible. I can't imagine how a person will be able for get into the tower, climb the tower fence, and get to the tower and get to the cable. It will be almost impossible for them to reach them. So if person it will make an effort today and get the equipment for go tip line cable, and then I can't imagine it's being impossible. So it's unlikely to happen. Vandalism is something we get for work on as well. People not go damage the cars or spray paint on them or put in the window. We get for educate the public. A lot of public awareness say this project here, this system is to serve us all. In the case of Medellin, they were successful in making the people then feel to say the whole city own this project here. And now we all get them. And if we pull them, we pull them for we all. And that's what we have to try to do as part of our communication with the public, is to educate them and try to make them believe, say, this belongs to us all. It's going to transform our city and transform our experience of travel.
And apart from the fear of being at the air,
yeah,
one other thing we go first kind of mind if you're able then kind of facility here na country like Salona, how affordable it go sound like.
Yeah, we shared the fares yesterday, the meetings, and all my way we don't tell the fares. They range from 9 leons for the shots between the first 2 stops to 17 leons, so 16 leons, based on for the longest, end to end.
So how then kaya go for work? Is seasonal or by time?
By time of the day.
No, what are the time for say?
Yeah.
During rainy season, dry season, then they run.
Yeah. Well, the only times when cable cars are advisable not to run is during lightning storms. When lightning storms, it will stop them for an hour or 2. There's a lightning storm, just in case there's a risk of. It's never happened, lightning storms, but they sometimes stop it for a short while. Yeah.
Talking about risk, say as expert then, we be part of this team.
Yeah.
Una go don do some risk analysis and risk assessment for saloon. What are some of the possible risk them we una discover and how una try for factor them inside the remedy stages?
Yeah, well, they got different kinds of risks. You get the commercial risks, we don't look into in detail. You get the technical and operational risks. The technical and operational risks are similar for other cities. So the one way people then go concerned about how risky it is in terms of power supply, which we don't discuss that day. What we say the power supply currently unreliable, but we don't put in 2 backup systems and don't go for a system of power supply which will not be dependent on the grid supply. The grid supply, the reason why sometimes it's not reliable, it's not so much that the power not available, sometimes the system of itself, the distribution system of itself gets faults. So this distribution system for the cable car line will be managed and operated by the cable car operator. So the cable car operator, which I said will be a stakeholder in the business, will be incentivized to ensure that the grid the power supply system is always operational.
What you go say to somebody we might want to ask the question to council say, now this really Freetown need now, we can buy infrastructure. Really now a cable car we need?
Yeah. The city needs many forms of infrastructure. As a city, as a municipal expert, I involved in many other projects for address the city's requirements. But there are different benefits to be achieved from different kinds of projects. Transport efficiency, what we found in many other cities, is one of the most reliable ways for regenerate a city. Freetown as a city, Freetown Center, the center of Freetown, the CBD area, a few years ago was probably one of the most attractive parts of the cities for business. But in recent years, that part has become less attractive, and many businesses now do not build their headquarters in the CBD any longer because of congestion, inaccessible. So the area there in decline. But because of the nature and the layout of the CBD, the way the roads are laid out, it's one part of the city where you can get very high density development. Because all sign offer, non-sign offer, you come up Wilberforce Street, you go to Walpole Street, you can do that walk there in about 5 minutes. So you can cover a large distance of the CBD in a short space of time. And that's what you need for business activity in a city. You need short distances and a lot of interaction between various businesses. You have to create a commercial center in the CBD. And transport and networks are the best way to achieve that normally. So that is part of the regeneration for create high-value jobs in the CBD by improving the facilities within the CBD. We also do another project in the CBD funded by the city of Zurich, which is looking to improve walking and making the footways safer for walk, providing street lighting for support the nighttime economy. That project simply starts at the end of this month, end of October. It will run for 5 years. We're going to for upgrade the footways, upgrade the street lighting, and make the CBD more attractive. So the cable car could be a major complementary project for regenerate the CBD.
It's an investment. So if possible, let's tell somebody where they watch one for buy shares. Is it possible?
It's possible. We got to sort out the structure first, the governance structure and the business delivery model, and there will be opportunities for others businesses for invest in aspects of the project. It's possible.
That when they try for set up the governance structure, how much when I try for involve the relevant stakeholder, then for example, the Ministry of Infrastructure, where they directly, and say figure that stakeholder then at the infrastructure sector, how FCC incorporates them into all of these plannings?
Yeah. Well, the feasibility study during the feasibility study, we had two committees. We had a steering committee, a senior steering committee consisting of the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Transport, Ministry of Local Government, and the Ministry of Economic Development and Planning, and the Ministry of Lands. And then we had a project coordinating unit, which consisted of about another other ministries, including those ones, plus government MDAs. So they've all been involved in the discussions during the feasibility study. As we go into this next stage after the feasibility study, we get to also involve these same government agencies and maybe other stakeholders in the governance arrangements around how we go create this delivery structure, we go fair, we go attractive to investors. So it's not just about creating a governance structure. The investors also get to say the structure is workable for the private sector, for put money into it. They get to believe the structure not going to be a burden, not going to be a bureaucratic burden. Yeah.
All right. Continue for the program. In case you just tuning, you watch the breakfast show, and this morning we get Mualohei Williams, we are the integrated municipal expert. He comes from Freetown City Council. When they talk about the first ever car cable, where Freetown City Council want for introduced by 2028. When yesterday they don't do the visibility study, they don't pull them nado, and they take now the second phase. Where Mualohei Williams there in the studio this morning, and they talk about if you watch, we get question for them, send them through the comment section. We will read all of the messages then later on, then Mualohei Williams go answer. But quickly, let's take this break.
It's a brand new song for our customers, where they bank with us all over the universe.
Save small and win big. UBA, they celebrate 75 years of better banking service. And na Salon, the bank done there for 15 years now. This na big celebration, and we want give back to we wonderful customer them. We don't make we business go find one for the past 75 years with the UBA Savings Legacy promo. Save small and get your own share upon this 350,000 loans. 30 customer them go get the chance for win cash prize every quarter. Just put 2,000 loans and above na your account. And the more you put 2,000 and above na your account, na the more you go increase your chance for win more. No wait till kapu the chance now. Your legacy starts today. The draw them go happen inside September and December 2024. Join UBA for celebrate 75 years of excellence. UBA, Africa's global bank.
Money in my pockets, from what I want correct. Customer service be excellent. Now that's make with the top, now the continent.
Liberty Online TV, the 1 year this November, and you know what's in that mean.
And throughout the month of November, na celebration period. And as you know, na time way for coming and support Liberty Online TV for continue for doing work.
And the way how we go support Liberty Online TV for continue for the online, na for send we you support.
Now for send we you support through the orange money number where you see on the screen and the other bank details them as well for make we continue for do we work. This na Liberty Online TV 1 year celebration. Na Liberty Online TV, all voices count.
This one way we all feel we safe, now nobody own. You wanna get what you want, we go down you
Liberty Online TV, the 1 year this November, and you know what's in that mean.
And throughout the month of November, na celebration period. And as you know, na time way for coming and support Liberty Online TV for continue for doing work.
And the way how we go support Liberty Online TV for continue for the online, na for send we you support.
Now for send we you support through the orange money number where you see on the screen and the other bank details them as well for make we continue for do we work. This na Liberty Online TV 1 year celebration. Na Liberty Online TV, all voices count.
This one way we all feel we safe, now nobody own. You wanna get what you want, we go down you
All right. Welcome back. You still watch the breakfast show on Liberty Online TV. And that's not just from that information that you can support Liberty Online TV as The month of November, now we anniversary month, and we dey celebrate in grand style. Also, we get different events and activities we go for do for mark the 1 year anniversary of Liberty Online TV. You know, you can send your orange money 074 200 545. We already want for say many thanks. So the one that already don't send, we don't receive them. We appreciate. So continue for tell more people about Liberty Online TV anniversary. You serve the part of the celebration in the month of November. We go for the give on the specific dates and events and where we get for mark this 1 year anniversary.
Alright, we continue the program. We still get Mualohei Williams, when I integrated municipal expert, he come out from FCC. And then with me this morning, we talk about the first ever cable car we Freetown go get, and they don't take we through the various stages they don't come out and who side left. Yesterday they been pulling out the visibility study where they do, and now it's say that time for them set up the governance structure. And they said it will take some time, but stay 2028, Freetonians them and everybody go see them cable car so begin apply. Now different spot them 5 station them where you don't identify when they get for be the hub if you want for ride then cable car. Now let me look at you so positive this morning. If you don't tell we waiting and expect as a turnover where the car them get for begin apply the different station them where you don't talk about. Now how on a plan for incorporate or maybe recommend to other councils then, for example, Waterloo, now a major economic hub, for them themselves do something like this?
Yes, that's an interesting question. The one city where we work with, the city of La Paz, in Bolivia. La Paz then gets a network of cable cars and it's like a Freetown in topography. I'm not going to yet, but it's very similar to Freetown in topography. Waterloo Day within the Freetown Peninsula. So you can get a scenario, it will take a while to achieve them. You can get a scenario like where you can get a network of about, I don't know, let's say 10 lines of cable cars. We plan 3 no more initially. But you can imagine, say, maybe after you don't get it 3 successful, they produce enough of a revenue for self-finance the project. You can get a situation where in which you can extend this whole network for cover the whole of the Western Area Peninsula. It's very, very possible. Waterloo and all the villages on the coastline of the peninsula can be accessed by a network of cable cars as a possible solution. But it will take time for that to happen. It's not tomorrow. It may happen maybe in maybe about 10 years from now. That's possible. This kind of projects normally they can be part of a long-term plan. The planning horizon for major projects like this can be 20 years sometimes. It may sound like a long time, but it isn't. It isn't really in planning terms. And if we get a culture of planning, if we don't get accustomed to the fact that things that we didn't plan, they can't pop us. But because we don't have a strong culture of planning in our system at present, we're not used to experience the seeing plans coming to fruition. That's what we try to do. And also, a lot of the planning laws in Sierra Leone are going to change in the next year or so. We're going to see the revision of the Town and Country Planning Act. We're going to make them kind of long-term plans feasible. So these things are in the pipeline. And that question we ask, linking the rest of the peninsula, is very, very possible. And me personally see great advantage in doing that.
So when the cable car get for come into full force, how many cars them on a thing say on a go pull off the road?
Yes. The estimated reduction in traffic is up to 30%. It can be more. It's up to 30% at the present time. So it will reduce congestion quite significantly, and also it will improve the air quality. We get a lot of many of the cars with a plywood road. They not get good engine systems where they burn the fuel well. So the fuel, so they emit fumes, and then fumes are not good for our health. It affects we health. In truckling, for example, if you drive behind them, you can really feel the discomfort where they cause from the fumes where they come out. Then fumes are then dangerous. They're not good for humans to be breathing that kind of fumes and they all day long. Just imagine say you sell a market, that's it. And then the level of you know stay, and then the cars and fumes themselves exhaust day. And you sit on the all day. Just imagine the effect it has on your health.
So where this cable car therefore come into full force?
Yeah.
Maybe after 2028. Or
Yeah.
they say by 2028 everything go done. Or maybe after 2024 let begin function properly.
Yeah.
Taking into consideration the economic crisis so the country they go through.
Yeah.
When exactly council or anybody else will want to invest into this project? When una think say una go be good money about it?
Well, the forecast we get, assuming say things stay as they are in the current climate, some of the risks are financial, and the big financial risk is currency fluctuation, because most of the investment in the cable car will be imported, and most of the products will be imported. So if the currency continue to fluctuate in a way where it becomes unaffordable, but because travel costs for most citizens is linked to the price of diesel, of petroleum, and petroleum products naturally go up. So once people need for continue for travel, they will need for pay travel fares. The argument is the cable car compared to other forms of travel, based on the benefits it provides, is cheaper. That is the transport argument. That you pay less for the cable car. So even though there might be inflation due to other factors in the economy, it's still possible that the cable car will remain affordable.
Like you make mention earlier, someone gets that culture of planning.
Yeah.
For ensure say people put things in place, you plan ahead and implement as it's time to go.
Yeah.
Likewise, the culture of maintenance, not to the salon.
Yeah.
For let you know, can meet a situation wherein it starts, challenges begin come in terms of maintaining the system. Expand on maintenance and sustainability of this cable car.
Yeah. Yes, that's the points I'm trying to make earlier on. Say we get by a whole life solution. The whole life solution is a 30-year period. So, for example, when we procure the supplier, when they build the system, we also enter into a contract for the person operate them and maintain them. So we look for an experienced maintainer. For example, in the case of Medellin, where we go, the company we built was a French company. The French company formed a local company inside Medellin, Colombia, and that local company, they employ local people to train them, but the managers still remain to be the French experts. Train them over a period, and then gradually hand over the management of this company to the local teams. So you transfer knowledge, and then over time, you need to transfer over 1 year. It will take 3 to 5 years to transfer the knowledge. We don't build the capacity. You get local people who get knowledge and experience for continue to maintain the system.
All right, Monique, continue for the program. Quickly, we can look at messages there where people that don't stand for you. We will read few, they go answer to some of the messages that they and they begin for read from YouTube channel. This one they say from Abu Masai, they say, please don't forget the Lunge airport is yet to be constructed. Now we are talking about a cable car. Is that what we need currently in Sierra Leone?
Well, we'll look at more messages, and I will begin for look at the Facebook page. Osai Mohammed Cameron at the Facebook say, how will you rescue people stranded in case mechanical failure? Sierra Leone don't have an air force like helicopter.
This one from Ember in a YouTube, they say this cable car is not ready for Freetown, but it's like the mayor just want to do something to say Namiduam.
Santigi Thomas say, do you ask him if na major priority this for council? What's happen to other thing them where they're not able to achieve?
Peter Dowda, they say, why has Sierra Leone become the only country where people are opposed to any kind of human development?
Paul Jason Magua na the Facebook page. They say, is this really necessary? I think and do believe our country is not ready for any cable car project. What's our energy capacity? How constant is our electricity? How are the channels routes gonna be connected? How country needs more than so-called cable cars? We need bigger markets in different places in the country. Let's say the mayor focuses on constructing local markets, one in the far west, a bigger one, and another in the far east. That will automatically remove traders from the streets, Abacha Street, Lumley, Roundabout, etc. Let's again say she embarks on a project to put dustbins around the city. Freetown is still dirty. Let's clean the city.
All right, Abu Mansare na YouTube, they say Liberty TV, I'm full of skepticism about what my brother is saying. It's nothing but a dream-like story. Alice and the Wonderland. However, you failed to show us documentation. Why so, sir?
For the Mustafa Toure, they say it's good sometimes to listen and give them the benefits of the doubt. They have explained how far they have come and now the present project to the Vice President, saying it will be completed in 2028. For the FCC, this is their first major infrastructural project. Promise, let's give them a chance. We know central government has made so many promises and launching, but can't use the same broom to do all types of sweeping.
All right, the final message we go take because of time now from YouTube. Mohammed Alusain Conte, he said FCC have engaged the communities where the cable lines will pass through. That question where this person they ask.
Mohammed Kamara says Sierra Leone weather does not favor a cable car. We have 6 or 4 months of heavy downpour with storms. Who there wants to be up there when electricity supply is unreliable? Please ask him about insurance.
All right. From the messages then they come back to Modupe Williams, when the integrated municipal expert, he come out from Freetown City Council for answer all on our questions then. Mr. Williams, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. I will try to respond to some of the questions. Most of the questions seem to relate to, is this a priority? Is it a priority for Freetown? Is other things more important, like building of markets, cleaning the streets, and all of them factors in the. Some of the problems we experience in Freetown are interrelated, and in planning a process where you try for create areas for special needs and for special purposes. What's happened in Freetown, we've seen a breakdown of the system. So things like simple things like keeping the streets clean, getting adequate sanitation systems don't work very well because people are living in the wrong places. The purposes for which areas are created are not being adhered to. People don't comply with it and create the area for. So the transport system, the cable car system, it's a way for regenerate the city. And for regenerate an area, you need to create inward investments. You make people able to feel confidence. I can access that place there, and therefore I can locate my office there because the transport facility to that space there good. So efficiency in the system has effect, and many cities in Medellin they had, as I keep using as a case example, they had no-go areas in the hillsides. There were gangsters operating in these areas. Now these areas have become tourist attractions. Not only because of the cable car, but the cable car create the opportunity for the area for being attractive, for let people then put investments of different kinds of businesses in those areas. So transport systems are notorious around the world to have that kind of effect on cities' regenerative capacity. So a lot of the problems we experience in the city are caused by decline of economic activity. When the activity decline, the activities where they replace tend not to be as complementary for the area for be attractive for investments. When people come to Freetown to invest, they don't come to the CBD, they don't come to the areas we are targeted for the cable car. They go to other areas. But that kind of unplanned development, they make it very difficult for service the whole city. Where you get high density development, you're able to service the city a lot better. So if you get a lot of development all in within a square mile, easy for keep a square mile clean, easy for get a sewage system for that square mile day, and it is for an expanding city where they grow by sprawl. Sprawl growth would happen at Freetown now at the moment. Where you build a road, people are beginning to build houses along that road day. Once people begin to do that, for water supply, for clean area, for sanitation, it becomes difficult for service those areas. Even forget things like markets are difficult. But when you get high density development, which is planned, you can structure the space more effectively and efficiently. So this is one way of creating those nodes around which we will create master plans and develop the city in a more planned way. I think that is the main justification for why we need to get a transport system that is not road-based. Because road-based transport systems, from experience, all around, not only in Freetown, all around Sierra Leone, once you build new road, people are beginning to expand this town center along the road. But once you begin to do that, you find yourself for service and place and day with waste collection, water supply, sanitation, basic services like health services are all difficult. Cities which are compact, 15-minute cities, so all cities within 15 minutes are better to service. So that is the planning justification for a transport node that is interconnected. Another question relates to the weather. Freetown has heavy rainfall. The heavy rain of itself is not a deterrent for the operation of the cable car. We don't discuss that with the cable car manufacturers. We don't do a lot of research into that. And the studies are going to be made available. The full suite of reports will be made available to the public for make them able for see their reports and for come to their own conclusion. As I said earlier on, sometimes when there's lightning storms, which are not very common because we don't do a weather assessment of Sierra Leone for the cable car, and it's deemed to be suitable for Sierra Leone's weather. Cable cars traditionally operate in mountainous regions in the Alps and in top hills where the weather is very, very unpredictable. But even in those places, they operate quite successfully. So for me, they operate in a normal area where there's normal human habitation. It's not a big challenge. They're very resilient equipment. They're designed that way. They're not so fragile equipment. Then they put in the cable car system. So the market points, some of the cable car stations could also create opportunities for shopping malls and markets. So even at the stations, you can have the first and the second floor being used as market stalls. And in addition to that, both of the two stations there where we don't work with the American Institute of Architects, the station at Government Wharf and the station at Kisi Ferry Junction, we are proposing enhancements to the shopping and market facilities at both of those locations. So it is part of the master plan for the cable cars to take into account more structured shopping and try to curtail the indiscriminate street trading when they take place in Africa at the present time.
So how about the person we ask if I don't talk to the people who get property outside the station?
Yes, the answer is yes. We have spoken, we have consulted all the communities on the transport study. We don't consult all the communities. We don't do a resettlement action plan. So all the affected persons who are going to be impacted by the project within a certain radius of the station and of the towers have been consulted. and we have reports on that we can share on where. The insurance, there will be insurance for operations. There will be on the operations of the cable car. There will be the operator will need to take out insurance against accidents and other forms of failure that they might need to compensate people for if that were to happen. But the risk of that happening, cable cars that are regulated have a very or no accident record. We're going for the regulated cable cars. It's safe. We're going for the regulated cable cars. These ones are done not for tourist purposes. They're regulated by the European Regulatory Board for roadway systems. And then they need to be certified every year. They need to be inspected every year and certified every year. So if they will come and check all the cable them, check all the ropes, make sure that they're in good condition, at least on an annual basis. And if you fail to do that, then they'll withdraw the certification.
All right, Modupe Williams, continue for the week. We quickly now take this break. We'll come back and continue the program.
Yeah.
Liberty Online TV, the 1 year this November, and you know what's in that mean.
And throughout the month of November, na celebration period. And as you know, na time way for coming and support Liberty Online TV for continue for doing work.
And the way how we go support Liberty Online TV for continue for the online, na for send we you support.
Now for send we you support through the orange money number where you see on the screen and the other bank details them as well for make we continue for do we work. This na Liberty Online TV 1 year celebration. Na Liberty Online TV, all voices count.
This one way we all feel we safe, now nobody own. You want to eat with you much, we go down you belly, you
Liberty Online TV, the 1 year this November, and you know what's in that mean.
And throughout the month of November, na celebration period. And as you know, na time way for coming and support Liberty Online TV for continue for doing work.
And the way how we go support Liberty Online TV for continue for the online, na for send we you support.
Now for send we you support through the orange money number where you see on the screen and the other bank details them as well for make we continue for do we work. This na Liberty Online TV 1 year celebration. Na Liberty Online TV, all voices count.
This one way we all feel we safe, now nobody own. You want to eat with you much, we go down you belly, you.
All right, we hope soon I don't take all the necessary information them for the UBA bank account number and also the orange money. And for the one they within the diaspora, where they ask for PayPal account number or any other form for let them go do their own donation, we go pin the numbers them inside this week, maybe by tomorrow. We'll send on all the information of the contact details them at the diaspora. We want for support through Zelle, PayPal, and the other means of transaction the way una get either at the UK or the United States. We will come with them details them. But for now, we want for say many thanks to the one that so far we don't send the orange money. No matter how little we need them, on a continue for support we so that the platform will able for sustain. And we will make sure say every blessed day we have for bringing all the information there. And don't forget November 29, that the day where we end the grand celebration with a dinner and dance. So we'll come out to the tickets them. We will reach out to una, we'll call una individually for all will sell una tickets them for una support we so that we will continue for sustain as an institution for the next years them as we clock 1 year. Many thanks to all who don't do with we. Well, now they end the program. The studio this morning will be get to guests. We are the integrated municipal experts. We are Modupe Williams. We can talk about the first ever cable car where FCC will bring for people in Africa. So many thanks, Mr. Williams, for joining me.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now they end the program. Whose friend, I don't see you message. I go Mohamed Kamara will reach out to you shortly and give you all the necessary information then. But by tomorrow we don't get the account details for both UK and the US. So sound for sending on a donation then. We look forward for our support as we get big things there for unveil to now throughout the month of November, when our anniversary month, we they celebrate a year of progress, we they celebrate a year of growth, we they celebrate a year of overcoming the challenges. For run an online TV in a salon, you know, easy, but we don't stand the test of time. Within a year, we don't make tremendous progress with our support. We will continue for support Liberty Online Television so that we will continue for grow from time to time. All the account details them una go get them very soon, but for now una in a salon na. So if you get anything where you feel so we will use as an institution within a 33 Battle Street, stop by and drop out for we. Send anything at we Orange Money number, then they say will make a difference.
Indeed, because we need for sustain this particular platform, we all know say maintenance, culture, and sustainability in a salon very challenging. Talk less of being occupying the online space. We need a lot of resources. But ensure say we continue for get we running cost going and keep bringing on all the sides and per any issue we they deal with na Liberty Online TV. We don't need for justify again why una supposed for sustain this particular platform. Una already know the reasons them. Inside 1 year, we go for come back to una now for can tell una waiting and waiting we don't able for achieve so far. So the month of October, join Liberty Online TV as we celebrate we 1 year anniversary, and the number for send you Orange Money to na 074 200 545. We office doors the open at 33 Battle Street. Just come in and support Liberty Online TV. Till we meet again, many thanks to the production team, and Mina Mabel Kabadi say get a good day. Liberty Online TV, the 1 year this November, and you know what's in that mean.
And throughout the month of November, na celebration period. And as you know, na time we for coming and support Liberty Online TV for continue for doing work.
And the way how we go support Liberty Online TV for continue for the online, na for send we you support.
Now for send we you support through the Orange Money number where you see on the screen and the other bank details them as well for make we continue for do we work. This na Liberty Online TV 1 year celebration. Na Liberty Online TV, all voices count.
This one way we all feel we safe, now nobody own. You want to get with too much, we go down you belly,
Liberty Online TV, the 1 year this November, and you know what's in that mean.
And throughout the month of November, na celebration period. And as you know, na time we for coming and support Liberty Online TV for continue for doing work.
And the way how we go support Liberty Online TV for continue for the online, na for send we you support.
Now for send we you support through the Orange Money number where you see on the screen and the other bank details them as well for make we continue